us. Hi, Cindi.
Hi, Shabnam. How are you doing?
I'm really good. How are you?
I'm doing very well, and happy Iced Tea Month.
Happy Iced Tea Month. And not just Happy Iced Tea Month, tomorrow is actually National Iced Tea Day.
I know that, and at Bigelow, we're actually going to be celebrating it as well tomorrow with all kinds of fun sweepstakes and great prizes. So yes, we all celebrate our Iced Tea Month.
So I have asked all of my guests, are you a hot tea drinker or a cold tea drinker?
Oh, I've been listening, and I'm a little jealous that Frank had like a little alcohol in his. Next time I'm doing that. Obviously, as you heard, many people, I'm both. Actually, I've been drinking, and it's true, a lot of the drinks I'm going to be sharing with you today is what I have been drinking as of late. So last few months, I would say I'm gravitating more to the cold side.
So I think it's an interesting, I mentioned this earlier, it's always an interesting question to ask people north of the border and south of the border, because 80% of Americans drink their tea cold. And for Canadians, I cannot tell you how many Canadians, when they hear the word iced tea, they're like, really? How do you do that? It's a whole foreign concept. And yet there's so many other things that we share so closely. So before you get started, I should introduce you to everybody else. So Cindi Bigelow, before assuming her role as third generation president and CEO of family-owned Bigelow Tea in 2005, Cindi spent 20 years in virtually all areas of the company that her grandmother founded. Cindi is instrumental in expanding Bigelow Tea into new channels while building awareness and brand engagement across social media, all to ensure Bigelow Tea is accessible everywhere 24/7. And you know how much I love your social media. But I think I also have to say that, if you don't know about everything that Bigelow Tea does besides their beautiful products, go to their website to take a look at all of the great work that they do within their communities. So having said that, I pass over to you, Bigelow, Cindi, because you are going
Bigelow's fine. It works too.
Yo, Bigelow. No, I don't think we're there yet. Maybe after a couple of drinks. So, Cindi, you're going to make 2 recipes for us. One is called, 3 recipes. Okay. So I've got, I love lemon.
And perfectly mint.
And perfectly mint iced tea. So you're oh, I love this. Okay. Then you're going to make iced green tea tropical brew over ice K-cup. And the third's going to be a surprise for me. So all yours.
Well, the first one will be the surprise then.
Okay.
So, you asked before, am I drinking hot? Am I drinking cold? And I said, lately, I've been really gravitating toward the cold. Well, we just created a new line. It's called Bigelow Botanicals. And it's not iced tea, although we are celebrating in here for Iced Tea Month. Yeah. But what it is are these beautiful botanicals, which I actually have over here if you can see them, that you just put into cold water and they infuse. And for us, it was a way to just drink more water. So I look at that as my refreshing way of getting much more water in, and it's not an iced tea, but it's a tea in water. So I'm going to do that to start because they need a little bit of time. So I chose our strawberry, lemon, orange blossom. I love them all. Putting it in water, just let it sit there. This is as complicated as it gets, which in our busy world, we need a lot of this. The next one is the blackberry, raspberry, hibiscus. Again, it really doesn't matter. They're all really good. And this is as challenging as it gets. You open it, you put it in there.
Okay.
You just let it infuse. So we're going to drink those in a little bit.
Okay.
So that's our first, not iced tea, but cold water botanical infusion.
So I could pop that into my water bottle, right?
Absolutely. That's the beauty of it. And this is 100% true. The doctor told me you need to drink more water. I unfortunately ended up getting COVID. The whole thing with COVID is you needed to drink a lot more water. And I will tell you, if you put a 16-ounce glass of water in front of me, I will do it. It'll be hard work. And I literally will drink it almost like it's a job.
Yeah.
When I started putting the botanicals in it, I was drinking 3 and 4 16-ounce glasses of water without even thinking about it.
Wow.
So that's why I drink so much more of it now, because I just know if I do this with my water, and I don't know if you can see already the beautiful colors that it's turning into already.
So just
Love that.
I'm just gonna add really quickly that because we did a couple of cold brews earlier. This is not cold brew, and people need to understand that. It is the concept of cold brew because you're steeping in cold water. But these teas have been specifically made to steep quickly. It doesn't need the 16-hour process.
And safely. These have been, yes, in a way that you can take them and put them in the water, cold water, and they are botanicals that you could just drink as much as you absolutely want to. And again, I love to change between the flavors. We just came out with a new peach lemonade. Again, this is a botanical infusion. They have a gentle sort of sweetness to them and just enough flavor that you could drink a ton of them. It's fantastic. Nice. Love them. All right, now the first one you said we were going to be making is, we do this all the time. When my kids were in my house and their friends were over, of course, I would have a tea drawer, as you know, Shabnam. Yeah. And we'd open up the tea drawer and I would say, just pick whatever 2 teas you want. And we would just sort of experiment making iced teas. And so some of my favorite is when we take our Perfectly Mint, which is a beautiful spearmint and black tea, and our I Love Lemon, which is 100% herbal botanical. Right. And take the 2 of them, put them in your glass of choice. I put a spoon in there just because you don't want to have any issue with the hot. And then you just don't put in a lot of water. Basically, I don't know. I'm not even going to measure it. Looks good.
Okay.
Because you want to make a concentrate.
Yeah.
So we're just going to let this steep.
Okay.
And normally what I would let that steep for is about, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes. Again, there's no specific rule, no specific amount of water. That's what makes it fun. 2 tea bags of choice, hopefully your Bigelow tea bags.
Yes.
And put it in there and let it steep. I already have some over here that's steeped because we don't want to take 4 minutes and do that now. And here's your finished product. Okay. Take my 2 tea bags out. And again, I'm going to pour it to a spoon filled with ice. And then I'm going to garnish. And that's also fun, whatever you want. Here I have a little mint. Very fun. I'm going to throw in a few raspberries. Why not?
Why not?
I have them. And a little lemon.
Nice.
Again, I know you have some of your previous speakers that said they don't normally put sugar in. They drink it plain because they're purists. I do agree with that, but I will tell you for my iced teas, I do like just a little bit of sugar.
So
I wish you could see how
I have to admit that I don't sweeten any of my hot teas ever, but I always sweeten my iced teas. Just a little bit, not a lot. It doesn't
a little bit. Just a little dab will do ya.
Yeah.
And then the straw for the effect.
Yeah. Perfect. So making that concentrate is really important because when you pour it over ice, it's still going to taste like tea, right? The ice is going to dilute the concentrate and it's perfect.
Well, first of all, you talk about drinking fresh brewed iced tea.
Yeah.
And as you and I have talked about for many, many years, the health benefits of tea. In some of the studies I've read, it's very important you drink your fresh brewed iced tea when it has the highest amount of antioxidants, because over time your iced tea will oxidize and you will lose some of the benefits. So this is as fresh brewed as you could possibly have. So you got all the health benefits, the fresh brewed green tea taste. I'm sorry, black tea taste in this case.
And 4 minutes.
Yeah, 4 minutes. And there's no real rules. Pick whatever 2 teas you want. Yeah. Pour 3-4 ounces of water. Well, let it steep 4 or 5 minutes. And you pour it over ice, garnish it any way you want.
Love it.
How great is that? How easy.
I love it. And I love that you're mixing. I love that you're mixing flavors. I know that you do this sometimes on social media. You ask people to submit their favorites. But it's about having fun with what you have, right? So
yeah, these are some other ones. I have red raspberry and jasmine green and lemon ginger green tea using our wild blueberry acai.
Nice.
You could take anything you like and just experiment with it. And talk about inexpensive, just 2 tea bags you're putting in there. Fun, easy, fresh brewed. And in my opinion, probably one of the best cups of iced tea you're going to have.
Lovely.
But it's about convenience. I think in today's world, we're all so busy. I know I can say for myself, I'm busy. And just being able to do something easy, simple, that's good for you, good for your body, that you really enjoy. which is the last one we're going to make, which is the K-Cup, right? Doesn't get any easier than this, Shabnam. We have 3 of them. We just launched them, which is really fun. We have a tropical green. We have a plain unsweetened black. And then we have what I'm making. No, actually, I'm going to make the iced tea tropical. We have the perfectly mint, which is what I used here in the tea bag version with the I Love Lemon. So we're going to do the tropical green, which I love. And it's very complicated.
It looks it. It looks
Are you ready?
I am bracing myself.
Let's see if this works. It's working.
I can hear it. Yeah.
All right. So now you're going to take this. You're going to pour it over this.
Okay.
And you're going to have another easy iced tea. And again, you don't really need to add anything to this. This has a gentle sweetness to it as well. It's a little tropical flair to it, which is awesome. So whether you want to use a hot tea bag that you steep and make iced, you want to use our cold botanicals to make a gorgeous botanical infused water.
Yep.
Very careful not to say iced tea. Or you want to take your K-Cup iced tea, designed very much for iced tea.
So, yeah, that was tough. That was tough. So tell me, Cindi, tell me the K-Cup one that you did, when you say it's specifically designed for iced tea, because it's again making a concentrate, right?
Well, it's still your tea leaves, but it's the recipe is created with a fast infusion that happens in a K-Cup machine, in a Keurig machine. So we have to make sure that these are designed very specifically so you're going to get that full flavor profile in an iced tea version, right? Because this I steeped for 4 minutes.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
This has also had the luxury of being in here for several minutes, but look at that gorgeous color.
I was just going to say those colors are, I mean, the amount of time that happened, it's amazing.
And also look at how much water. You don't have to, I put 16 ounces of water with that.
Yeah.
And then the same thing here. So you've 3 different ways that you can enjoy a beautiful cup of iced tea or botanical infusion.
Or botanical infusion. There is literally no reason in the world why people can't do this at home. Super, super simple. And I think there's such a range of products out there now to make it easy. Because you're right. I mean, everybody's busy. I get it. But 4 minutes, come on.
Well, I also say that people do love their tea. And I know everyone that's listening and to you today, I guarantee you, if you open up their cabinet, they have multiple teas in there.
Oh, yeah.
So why not experiment, right? Like I said here, a wild blueberry acai, a red raspberry. Why not experiment? It's fun, and you might find something you absolutely love. And if you don't, you can try something different the next time.
And I find that combining the most unusual flavors is where the best surprises are. And then that becomes your house blend, right?
Yeah. I think I do something different every time. I mean, obviously, my house is filled with Bigelow teas. And so for me, it's sort of a game of which 2 I'm going to use. And sometimes I use a black tea base. Sometimes I use a green tea base. Or sometimes I completely make it an herbal botanical.
Nice.
Yeah, they're all good.
Well, thank you so much for sharing these with us, Cindi. Cheers to you.
Well, again, happy iced tea month. Thank you for letting me be part of it. I enjoyed listening to the other iced tea speakers as well, which was very, very fun. And you have a super rest of your day.
Thanks, you too. Bye, Cindi.
Okay. Take care. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.